Hello friends, today we will see the differential equation of linear SHM, up to which we already see the types of motion, definition of periodic motion, definition of oscillatory motion, types of oscillatory motion or example of oscillatory motion. After that we see the physical quantities related to oscillatory motion such as displacement, acceleration, velocity. Here we already also see the restoring force, how it arises, the restoring force in oscillatory motion. The restoring force acts on the particle performing linear SHM is always directed towards the mean position. It means that restoring force and displacement are oppositely directed. This force is called as a restoring force. F is equal to minus kx. Before that, as per the relation of restoring force and displacement, F is directly proportional to minus x. F is equal to minus kx, where k is called as a force constant. Force constant depends upon the material of spring or material of the body. So k is equal to F upon x, we already see. By using the relation of restoring force and displacement, we have to see the differential equation of linear SHM. So here we start the expression for differential equation of linear SHM. We know that the restoring force is nothing but minus kx. In linear SHM, force is directed towards the mean position and its magnitude is directly proportional to displacement of body from the mean position. We already see in previous article. So therefore restoring force is equal to minus kx. Suppose this is the equation first. According to Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma, where m is the mass of the body and a is the acceleration. The definition of acceleration is the rate of change of velocity, dv upon dt. This is the definition of acceleration. But according to the definition of velocity, velocity is nothing but rate of change of displacement. So therefore we give as a dx upon dt. So put the value of, or put the formula for velocity v is equal to dx upon dt in this equation. Acceleration a is equal to dv upon dt. So therefore equation arises d2x upon dt square, d2x upon dt square. D upon dt, we put the value of dx upon dt in this value. So therefore equation arises d upon dt of dx upon dt. So in numerator d into dx we called as a d2, and denominator dt into dt we given as a dt square. So equation of acceleration is d2x upon dt square. So another formula for acceleration is d2x upon dt square. Take in mind always. So put the value of this acceleration, in above equation. F is equal to ma. Therefore formula arises F is equal to m d2x upon dt square, we called as equation second. But F is equal to minus kx. Comparing equation 1 and 2, we get m d2x upon dt square is equal to minus kx, because equation first and second, we see the equation first and second left side of these two equations are same, so therefore we can compare as per the mathematical rule. So therefore m d2 x upon dt square plus kx is equal to 0. Right side of minus kx are given to the left side, so therefore minus sign of kx automatically converted into plus. See here, so therefore this equation. So in next step we divide the m to the k, so therefore equation arises d2x upon dt square plus k upon m into x is equal to 0. So this m we divide k, also we divide 0. In right side 0 upon m remaining 0. So therefore we called as equation third. So k upon m, we put the k upon m is equal to omega square. So equation arises d2x upon dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0, we called as equation 3. So equation 3 and equation 4 are the expression for differential equation of a linear SHM. So question depends on this article is define linear SHM, obtain the differential equation of linear SHM, or define linear SHM, linear simple harmonic motion. Derive an expression for a differential equation of linear SHM of a particle performing linear SHM. These are the two questions depends on this article. So by using the differential equation of linear SHM, we have to derive the next article: acceleration, velocity and displacement. In linear motion, what I can say, in linear motion, pure linear motion, we first give the displacement, another second velocity, and third one is acceleration. But in oscillatory motion, first we have to derive the acceleration, next then velocity, and then displacement, which this quantity, these relations are exact opposite to the linear motion. So first we see the expression for acceleration of a particle performing linear SHM. But long question depends on this article is acceleration, derivation of acceleration, velocity and displacement of SHM. We see one by one. First we see the expression for acceleration. By giving the expression of acceleration, we have to consider the previous article, means differential equation of linear SHM. So we know that the differential equation of linear SHM is d2x upon dt square plus k upon m into x is equal to 0. Equation first, k is force constant, m is mass of the body. If we put k upon m is equal to omega square, k upon m is equal to omega square, here see here omega square, correct it, omega square, you can correct, this is omega square. d2x upon dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. This is another form of differential equation. We split it, considered as equation second. We split this above equation, d2x upon dt square is equal to minus omega square x. But d2x upon dt square is equal to acceleration. We already see in previous slide. So therefore acceleration is equal to, we can directly put this acceleration d2x upon dt square, this acceleration d2x upon dt square is nothing but the acceleration. So therefore acceleration is equal to minus omega square x, we call as equation 3. So this is the expression for expression for acceleration of a particle performing linear SHM, which is very simple derivation of the acceleration in linear SHM. Here we have to also derive the acceleration at mean position, acceleration at extreme position in the next slide. So in equation third, the negative sign arises here also because force and acceleration are also directly proportional according to Newton's second law of motion. F is directly proportional to acceleration. F is equal to ma, where m is the constant mass of the body, which remains constant. Similarly, as force is directly proportional to acceleration, so therefore here acceleration in restoring force F is directly proportional to minus x. So therefore, as per this relation, acceleration is also directly proportional to minus x, as this omega square remains constant. This k upon m, k force constant, m mass of the body remains constant. So this is the constant. So therefore in third equation omega square is also constant. So therefore relation arises acceleration directly proportional to minus x. So negative sign also indicates in this equation, negative sign also indicates that acceleration and displacement are opposite in direction. So maximum and minimum acceleration in SHM. So magnitude of acceleration in linear SHM is given by acceleration is equal to omega square x. So this is the path of the linear SHM, POQ, which is the path of the linear SHM. So MP is the mean position, EP is the extreme position, plus and minus. At right side we here considered as a positive, and left side EP is called as considered as a negative. So POQ path is a path of the linear SHM. So here path length is equal to twice the amplitude, because OQ and OP is the maximum displacement of the particle. As particle moves from mean position to extreme position, which is the maximum displacement of the particle, and we call as a amplitude A. So therefore OQ is equal to amplitude, OP is equal to amplitude. So therefore path length is equal to twice the amplitude. At the mean position x is equal to 0, at the extreme position x is equal to a, because it covers the maximum displacement. So therefore x is equal to plus a. Here in left side x is equal to minus a. So therefore at mean position x is equal to 0, put these values in above equation, acceleration is equal to omega square x. Here negative sign cannot be arises here, because this formula given as a magnitude form, because negative sign cannot be arises. So therefore acceleration is equal to, put this value of x is equal to 0, therefore acceleration arises 0. So therefore it means that at mean position acceleration is 0. This is nothing but minimum acceleration, we call as a minimum acceleration. So at the extreme position x is equal to a, put the value of x is equal to a in above equation, acceleration is equal to omega square x. So therefore automatically formula arises acceleration is equal to omega square e. So this is the some value of the acceleration, here some value of the acceleration, here acceleration is equal to 0, here some value will be arises. So therefore this is the maximum as compared to minimum acceleration. So therefore this acceleration is called as a maximum acceleration. So this is the total article or total derivation related to acceleration. So separate question will be given as a derive an expression for acceleration of a particle performing linear SHM. Also state that the maximum and minimum acceleration in linear SHM. This is the question related to this article. So next article is the velocity of a particle performing linear SHM. So for the derivation given by the velocity, which depends upon the derivation of displacement. So we know that here acceleration is equal to minus omega square x, but acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity. Another formula for acceleration, d2x upon dt square. So dv upon dt, we have to split dv upon dx into dx upon dt. Here dx are cancelled. Here dx upon dx are cancelled, and equation will be dv upon dt. So we have to split dv upon dt as like dv upon dx into dx upon dt. As cancelling dx upon dx, so therefore equation, we cannot change this formula, but it split as given dx upon dt is nothing but phi. So dx upon dt is rate of change of displacement, phi. So therefore formula arises phi dv upon dx in next step. D acceleration is equal to phi dv upon dx. Put this value of acceleration phi dv upon dx in the above formula, this, and get the relation phi dv upon dx is equal to minus omega square into x. We consider as a omega square, here omega square. So printing mistake arises here. Why we get this relation? We see why we get this, because in this equation phi dv is equal to minus omega square x dx. Here phi dv, velocity with respect to velocity, here displacement with respect to displacement. In left side one quantity arises, in right side one quantity arises. For this purpose we have to split it. So taking the integration on both sides of the above equation, we get the integration phi dv is equal to minus omega square x dx. Here minus omega square is a constant value, we cannot get the integration of constant value. So therefore by using the formula of integration, general formula for integration of x raised to n into dx, general formula. So therefore integration of this value is x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Power of n increases by 1, and increasing power of this quantity are getting divided. So similarly we get this integration of this equation, we get phi square upon phi is equal to minus omega square x square upon 2 plus c. So therefore phi dv, integration of phi dv v square upon 2, because the power of velocity is 1 here, and as per this formula the power of phi raised to 1, so 1 plus 1 phi square, and divided by phi as per this formula. So here equation first, the value c will be arises, so therefore c is called as a constant of integration, because it arises whenever we get in one equation or two different quantities, so therefore integration constant will be arises. So this value of integration depends upon the extreme condition of the linear SHM. Extreme condition means as the particle is at extreme position, and at extreme position displacement will be is nothing but amplitude a, and velocity is 0. Put the value of x is equal to a and value of velocity is equal to 0 in equation 1, we get 0 is equal to minus omega square a square divided by 2 plus c. So therefore c is equal to omega square a square divided by 2. Put these values of c again in equation 1, we get square upon 2 is equal to minus omega square x square upon 2 plus omega square a square upon 2. So in next step, here the value the denominator 2 will be arises here. So therefore this 2 and this 2 get cancelled, and formula will be v square is equal to omega square in bracket a square minus x square. By square root on both sides, we get the velocity is equal to plus minus omega square root of a square minus x square, and this is the expression for velocity of a particle performing linear SHM. Here also we have to give the maximum and minimum velocity in linear SHM. Velocity of particle performing linear SHM is given by the magnitude value will be here arises again. So therefore here negative sign cannot be given. So therefore at mean position x is equal to 0 again. Put these values in above equation, then x becomes 0. So therefore value will be remaining v is equal to omega square root of a square. Square root of a square means a. Square root of a square means a. So therefore value will be v is equal to a omega. We called as omega. We given as a, this is the omega, not u. This is the printing mistake. You can give the omega. V is equal to a omega. This is the maximum value. It means that velocity at a mean position is maximum. At the extreme position x is equal to 0. Put these values in above equation again. A square minus a square is equal to 0. So velocity at extreme position is 0. So therefore velocity is 0 at extreme position. That's why particle moves towards again mean position, and therefore at this motion from extreme to mean position, value of velocity goes on increasing, and which is maximum at mean position, and this velocity is maximum at mean position. So therefore particle again moves in another extreme position. So this is the path of the linear SHM. Here I have given the formula, general formula in 2 slides, because the integration will be given in the expressions. So here another expression, our next expression for the displacement, up to which we have to see the expression for first acceleration, then velocity, and then displacement. This is the inverse path of the physical quantity. In linear SHM, in linear motion, the path will be first we have to see the displacement, and then second velocity, and then last one acceleration. Here we see the expression for displacement. The magnitude value of velocity is given by phi is equal to omega square root of a square minus x square. We have velocity is nothing but dx upon dt is nothing but rate of change of displacement. Put these values of dx upon dt in this formula. Dx upon dt is equal to omega square root of a square minus x square. So therefore we have given here this value, square root of a square minus x square divided to dx, and dt multiply by omega, which is the cross multiplication. Here we have to again multiply omega and dt divided by dx also. So this is the cross multiplication rule of the mathematics. Again integrate on both sides. We get the integration of dx upon square root of a square minus x square is equal to integration omega into dt. Here omega is a constant value, we cannot get the integration of constant value. Then integration becomes sine inverse of x upon a. This is the formula for the integration. This is the function and this is the answer of this function by getting the integration, which is the formula, which is given already in the log table in the last page. This formula are already given in log table of the mathematics, or this is the mathematical relation. So here omega into the integration of dt is nothing but t. Integration of dt is nothing but t. So therefore omega dt. Omega dt is the integration of omega integration dt. So here we get the one time integration in this equation. So sine inverse x upon a is equal to omega t plus alpha, where alpha is the integration constant. Again in previous article we get the c value, integration constant. Here we get the alpha value. So this alpha is called as the integration constant, whose values depends upon the initial condition. In velocity expression, the value of integration constant depends upon the extreme condition, but here value of alpha depends upon the initial condition of linear SHM. So therefore here we get the sine inverse of x upon a is equal to omega t plus alpha. So therefore x upon a is equal to sine of omega t plus alpha. So therefore x is equal to multiply by a to sine. So therefore equation becomes x is equal to a sine omega t plus alpha. This is the expression for displacement of particle performing linear SHM. Here again we have to see the displacement at mean position and at extreme position. It means that displacement is minimum and maximum in linear SHM. Case first. Before that we see the two cases. In first case, if the particle starts from mean position, at the particle is already at mean position, it means that particle starts from mean position. Its oscillation becomes, or oscillation starting from mean position. So therefore we cannot measure the time. So therefore time t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, because at mean position displacement is 0. X is equal to a sine omega t plus alpha. Put this value of t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 in this equation. So therefore equation becomes 0 is equal to a sine omega into 0 plus alpha. So this is nothing but a sine alpha is equal to 0 by divided by a to 0. So therefore it becomes 0. In next article, in next equation, sine alpha is equal to 0 here. Why it arises? A divided to 0 becomes 0. So therefore equation arises sine alpha is equal to 0. Which, so alpha is here angle, alpha is here angle. Which value of angle becomes 0 of sine? Which value of angle of the sine becomes 0? It means that sine 0 is equal to 0, sine 90 is equal to plus 1. Similarly, here put the value of alpha is equal to 0, it means that sine 0 is equal to 0. So therefore value of alpha is 0, alpha is 0. See again, alpha is, put alpha is equal to 0 here, it means that this is the angle sine 0 and answer becomes 0. So therefore we get the alpha is equal to 0. So therefore if the particle starts from mean position, then the value of alpha is 0. Here alpha is called as a initial phase of SHM, or it is called as a epoch. It is also called as a starting phase. It is also called as a initial phase of linear SHM. Initial phase, it describes the path of the linear SHM. What we say here, if the particle alpha is equal to 0, particle starts from mean position. The value of alpha rises or increases positive value, then particle moves to positive extreme position. and value of alpha becomes negative, then particle initially starts from mean position, but after that it will move towards the negative left side, is it not? So next, x is equal to, put these values of put the value of alpha is equal to 0 in this equation, then equation becomes x is equal to a sin omega t. So first relation will be arises if particle starts from mean position, then equation of the displacement of linear SHM is x is equal to a sin omega t. In next case, if the particle starts from mean position, then what will be the expression for displacement? We have to see in the next case. At the extreme position, t is equal to 0. It means that particle is already at extreme position. So therefore, displacement is nothing but amplitude. Plus a at the extreme right side, minus a extreme left side. So therefore, x is equal to a sin omega t plus alpha. Put the value of t is equal to 0 in the above equation, and x is equal to plus minus a. Then equation becomes plus minus a is equal to a sin omega into 0 plus alpha. Here a get cancel, here this a get cancel, omega into 0 means 0. So therefore equation is sin alpha is equal to plus minus a. Sin alpha is equal to plus minus a. Sin alpha is equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2 or 5 pi by 2. So therefore value of sin are varies from plus 1 to minus 1. Sin pi by 2 plus 1, sin 3 pi by 2 minus 1. Similarly, so therefore alpha is equal to sin inverse of plus minus 1, alpha is equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2. We considered here pi by 2. So therefore equation becomes x is equal to a sin omega t. The value of alpha is equal to pi by 2 is given in equation x is equal to a sin omega t plus alpha. So therefore equation x is equal to a sin omega t plus alpha is nothing but x is equal to a cos omega t. Sin theta plus pi by 2 is nothing but cos theta. Here by giving the relation sin theta plus pi by 2 is equal to cos theta by using this equation. So therefore here equation will be arises x is equal to a cos omega t. So this is the expression for total expression for displacement of a particle performing linear SHM. Question on this article is that state the expression for displacement of particle performing linear SHM, hence obtain the expression for displacement if particle starts from mean position and extreme position. So then next we see the maximum and minimum displacement in linear SHM. The equation of displacement is x is equal to a sin omega t plus alpha. At mean position we already know the t is equal to 0, alpha is equal to 0. Put these values in our equation, then equation becomes x is equal to a sin omega into 0 plus alpha. So therefore x is equal to a sin alpha. So therefore x is equal to 0, then x is equal to 0. Sin 0, alpha is equal to 0. Here alpha is equal to 0 is used in this equation. Omega t is equal to 0 used in this equation. So therefore a sin 0. Sin 0 is nothing but 0. Sin 0, 0. So therefore equation becomes x is equal to 0. It means that displacement at mean position is 0. In next, at the extreme position, we already see if particle starts from extreme position, the value of alpha is pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2 or 5 pi by 2, etc. So and t is equal to 0. It means that particle is already at extreme position. Then equation becomes x is equal to a sin omega into 0 plus pi by 2. So this is equal to a sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is nothing but plus 1. So therefore x is equal to plus a. If we put the value of alpha is equal to 3 pi by 2. If we put the value of alpha is equal to 3 pi by 2 in this equation, then x becomes the minus 1, because sin 3 pi by 2 is nothing but minus 1. So therefore x is equal to plus 1 if we put the alpha is equal to pi by 2, and x is equal to minus 1 if we put the alpha is equal to 3 pi by 2. It means that at extreme position displacement is maximum. If alpha is equal to 3 pi by 2, we already explained it. Up to which we will see the expression for displacement, velocity and acceleration. So this is the on these three derivations long question will be arises as like obtain an expression for acceleration, velocity, displacement of a particle performing linear SHM, and also gives the displacement, velocity, acceleration at mean position and extreme position. This is the long question, depends on this article. In next we see the definition of amplitude. The maximum displacement of particle performing linear SHM from mean position is called as a amplitude. It is denoted as A. It is nothing but the displacement. So therefore SI unit of amplitude is meter and CGS unit is centimeter. Dimension of the amplitude is simple, m raised to 0, l raised to 1, t raised to 0. In this starting of this oscillation, we already see the definition of period and periodic motion. Here we again see the definition of period. In oscillation, the particle performing linear SHM. So related to that motion, the definition of period is particle performing linear SHM, a time required to complete one oscillation is called as a period of linear SHM. In this chapter we have to see the definition of period in linear SHM. So related definition is, again I have given the time taken by the particle performing linear SHM by the one oscillation is called as a period. So it is nothing but measurement of time in one oscillation. So therefore SI unit is second and CGS unit is also second. Time taken by the particle performing linear SHM to complete one oscillation is called as a period of SHM. T is equal to 2 pi upon omega. This expression already explained in circular motion. But omega is equal to k upon m. We already given in the previous article. But omega is equal to 2 pi upon t. Omega is equal to square root of k upon m. You considered here again and again omega, u is nothing but omega. Here typing will be in mistake. So t is equal to 2 pi square root of k upon m. So therefore t is equal to 2 pi square root of m upon k. This is the expression for period of a spring block experiment. Note that we have omega square is equal to k upon m, as k is equal to f upon x, omega is equal to f upon mx. Put the value of k is equal to f upon x in this equation. Then equation becomes omega square is equal to f upon mx. Omega square is equal to a square upon x because a is equal to omega square x. So here left side remains same, omega square. So we can compare these two equations. So omega square is nothing but acceleration per unit displacement from this relation. From this relation we can say that omega square is equal to acceleration per unit displacement. Omega is equal to square root on both sides. We get the omega is equal to square root of acceleration per unit displacement. But t is equal to 2 pi upon omega. So therefore t is equal to 2 pi upon square root of acceleration per unit displacement. So frequency is nothing but number of oscillations completed by particle performing linear SHM in unit time is called as a frequency of SHM. We already see the general definition of frequency. Here we have to see the definition of frequency related to linear SHM. So frequency is nothing but reciprocal of time. Here n is equal to, why it is given as a 1 divided by t? It means that for one oscillation time becomes t. So general formula of the frequency will be arises frequency is equal to number of oscillation divided by total time required that oscillations, and for one oscillation number of oscillation we put 1 and time is nothing but period. So therefore formula arises n is equal to 1 upon t. Put the value of t is equal to 2 pi upon omega. So therefore formula for frequency is n is equal to omega upon 2 pi, and this is the related to spring block experiment frequency formula. The unit of frequency is hertz, oscillation per second or circle per second. A dimension is m raised to 0, l raised to 0, t raised to -1. So phase of SHM in displacement equation, x is equal to a sin omega t plus alpha. In that equation omega t plus alpha is called as a phase of SHM. In this relation omega t plus alpha is called as a phase of SHM. So what we denotes the phase of SHM? It denotes the description of state of oscillation. It means that particle is at right side or particle is at extreme left side. So definition of phase of SHM is a physical quantity which completely describes the state of oscillation. It means that displacement, direction of motion, etc. Omega t plus alpha is called as a phase of SHM. So epoch of SHM, in that article alpha is given here. Alpha is called as a epoch of SHM. It is also called as the initial phase of SHM. It is also called as a starting phase. It is also called as a phase of SHM, initial phase of SHM, which complete describe the state of motion of a particle at the start is called as a epoch of SHM. We have phase is equal to omega t plus alpha. In that t is equal to 0. If t is equal to 0, then particle will be at initial position, because time cannot be measured here at the start position. So therefore epoch is equal to alpha. Put the value of t is equal to 0 in the formula for phase. So next article, simple harmonic motion as a projection of UCM, uniform circular motion, on any diameter.